with the people who are here and willing to show up for themselves. I just have two rules. Rule number one, every camera has to be on. There's no exceptions. Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate you. And I want us to play full out. And I want to start off the call like I always do. Tell me a win. Tell me a win you guys have had in this past week. What's been going on? Hey, Mrs. Banks, how are you? What's up, Kathleen? What's up? Somebody tell me a win. I'll mute these phones. Talk to me. Tell me a win you've had in this last week or so, being on the phone or being in front of your clients. Small or big, it doesn't matter. Don't be shy. I want to hear a win.
Wins.
You said no wins?
No wins.
Did you pick up the phone?
No, I've been consumed with a closing that hasn't happened yet. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those can take up a lot of time. Can I coach you on something that I had to learn the hard way? We all have those closings and things that come up. The way I say it is you have two jobs. Your morning time should be creating new business opportunities, and your afternoons for dealing with like pre-existing business. Don't let the lead gen fall by the wayside because you're dealing with the closing, because once that closing happens, guess what? Now you got to start all over again. You got to build your pipeline all over again. And if you would just even commit to, hey, every morning an hour, like whatever it is, I'm not saying you got to do 3-4 hours, but if you keep the commitment in the morning to call the new leads, you at least keep your pipeline filled. Because my business was like this for a couple of years, up and down, because I was always like servicing people.
Mhm.
And I always felt like, man, these deals are going to fall apart if I don't put my all into it. And there's no fire that important where you still can't spend some time around lead gen. So keep that in mind. Think about that and see if you can keep that commitment.
Okay, I will.
All right. Anita, Taylor, Sean, camera's on. Elwood, what's up? What's up, Lenny? What's going on? What's up, Sean? What's up, Taylor? What's up, Anita?
Hey, David, I do have a win. Well, I have a just about win. I'll put it that way. So anyway,
We'll take it. We'll take it.
I was working with a tenant to show them a house for rent about 2 weeks ago. We saw it. We put in the information. The landlord said, okay, we'll be setting up interviews. Long story short, the landlord accepted the first tenant he interviewed without interviewing my clients. So that's the first part of it. So I stayed with the client. My client was pretty upset with it. So anyway, I stuck with the clients. I said, look, you want to see some more stuff. I'm happy to show it to you. So I showed him another house. Now get that this house was $500 per month more than the first house. Okay. And I said, hey, we like it. It's a couple. We like it. And I had spoken to the listing agent, said, look, we have someone who's looking to pay. Oh, by the way, and I negotiated the rent down $200 from what it was.
Nice.
Okay. I negotiated down. So the landlord says to me, look, we have somebody for the full price, And I told my client said, look, we're not going to, put our hopes up. We've stretched, but we're not going to put our hopes up. Long story short, today I get an email saying, we would like to interview your clients.
Nice, man. At the reduced price or at the higher price?
At the reduced price. Yeah, at the reduced price.
Good.
So we'll know tomorrow.
Keep fighting for him, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. So thanks.
I hope that comes together for you, because that's quick money. That's one thing I like about rentals. You get paid pretty quick, so it's nice.
Exactly, and it satisfies the bold requirement for a close. So
okay, I got you.
Because it's $3K. So
okay.
$3K
Nice.
for a rental satisfies the close. So
you get your reimbursement. There we go. Yeah. All right.
Exactly.
There we go. Go ahead.
Can I add something to that? Another thing that's really good about rentals is that is a future buyer.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're a future buyer, and that landlord's a future client, because now you can show them, look how this is how I work. The tenants are moving out. I'm helping them buy. I like to help you release this property as well. So there are a couple opportunities there.
Okay.
And caveat to that, David, is the landlord is a licensed real estate agent. It's so
Okay.
funny. It just
Yeah.
gets funny. I mean, this business is so crazy. And
It is.
yeah, he
Yeah.
has investment properties, so that was one that he was renting.
Okay. All right. All right. So I got a question for everybody in here. We're all going to participate tonight. And Elwood, since you were talking, I'm going to start off with you. And am I pronouncing it correct? Naida?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure I'm saying it right. Elwood, why should I choose you? That's my
Well,
agent. I'm a seller. Why should I choose you?
well, number one, I showed up, I called you. Number two, I'm available for you 100% of the time. Number three, I'm looking to get your house sold, which is what you asked me to do. And I'd like to come by and give you the information as to how I'm going to do that. I would go so far as to say, which is probably not right, but why shouldn't you choose me?
Okay. Okay. Naida, why should I choose you?
I knew you was gonna call
Of
me
course. Of course.
for me. You should choose me because I am the realtor that is going to take care of you, that's going to drive business to your listing. I'm going to be the realtor that is going to get out there and grind it out and make sure that we get your house sold. And with that, not just saying it, I'm going to make sure that I bring out a photographer, a top-notch photographer, to make sure that we get good photographs to be able to present your property in a very aesthetically pleasing fashion. I'm gonna just do everything that I possibly can to take care of you. So why not choose me?
Like it. I like it. Okay, thank you. Um, Stacy Smith, why should I choose you? Yes, I'm coming to you.
Oh, that's my girl.
Why should I choose you?
Um, you should choose me because I want what you want, and that is to get your house sold in the shortest amount of time for the highest price. And I'm gonna do everything in my power to do just that.
Love it. Okay. I'm putting 30 seconds on the clock just so you guys know. I have 30 seconds to answer this. Naki, I need your camera on. Kathleen's iPhone number 2. Kathleen, why should I choose you?
You should choose me because I'm here to do the job 100%. I'm going to bring in as much business as I can to your house and get as much attention as I can to your property. And I'm going to do this as quickly and easily as I possibly can, and making it as seamlessly easy as I can for you.
Like it. Okay. Lenny, why should I choose you?
I specialize in helping homeowners sell with
Sorry.
no problem.
Okay, go ahead. You specialize?
And helping homeowners sell with confidence and clarity. I
Oh, I
combine
like that.
smart. I
Okay.
combine my smart pricing strategies, knowing that local market, strong marketing, and expert negotiation skills to get your home sold quickly for top dollar.
Okay. Thank you. Sean, why should I choose you?
Hey, David, would you agree that selling your home is one of the biggest investments that you can make?
Yes, I would.
So I'm going to treat the sale of your property as if it's my own investment.
That's a strong answer. I like that. Okay. Taylor, why should I choose you?
Well, David, I don't even know if we're a good fit. So I don't know if you should choose me or not. What exactly are you looking for in an agent?
That's what I've been waiting for. I was going to choose you last, and I should have waited.
That was gonna be
Damn
me.
it.
Damn
That
it.
was mine. That was mine. I had it.
You had it ready?
I had it ready.
I knew I was going to wait to call on Kelly because I knew she would do it, and probably Bumika as well. Did you guys recognize, though, everybody was talking about them, right? And all the things they could do.
Mhm.
And Taylor stopped and he said, I'm not even sure, right? That should be your question, all right? What's the most important thing to you in the agent that you choose? Like, what are you looking for? Why would we ask that question?
Because now you can cater your, they're giving you the answer. They gave you the answer sheet. So now you can now you can target and give them the specifics to the things that they want.
Mhm.
That part.
Mhm.
What are you looking for in the agent that you choose? So Kelly, because I love when you role play.
Mm.
So Kelly, why should I choose you?
Well, I'm not saying that you should choose me, David. What exactly are you looking for in an agent?
I'm looking for someone who can actually get the job done, who has a proven track record. And I know how big social media is in selling a home. So I really need someone that has a strong, social media marketing plan. We got to get this home so quickly. I can't play around. So I need someone who can get this done for me, in 30 days or less.
Okay, David. So it sounds like you're looking for someone who's got a strong track record, social media strong, and can get your home sold quickly. Is that right?
That's exactly right.
So David, I can show you and tell you a little bit why other sellers have reached out to me to sell their homes. So for one thing, I do have a track record. My sale price to list price ratio is 110%, meaning that for your house, for your house, it would sell approximately 10% over the asking price on average. And for your house, that would be an additional $70,000. How would additional $70,000 look in your bank account?
Man, pretty nice right now.
Okay. And then social media, you can check me out on social media. I can give you all of my platforms that I'm on. You can check out my views and also check out my marketing. I can walk you through exactly what I do for my marketing to expose you to as many buyers as possible, which allows me to get my property sold much quicker than the average agent. Yeah.
All right, that's good enough, Kelly. So you guys see now when we're going through our script and we're asking that question, Kelly has all the clarity. I'm telling her exactly what's important to me, right?
Mhm.
And now she can sell me on that. That's the question. Don't be so quick to overcome the objection and sell yourself. Get some clarity first, get some understanding. Questions first. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So here's a
Ooh,
scenario.
that was nerve-wracking.
Really?
Yeah.
We couldn't tell.
Mm-mm.
We couldn't tell. And Kelly, again, that's why I'm working to get all these people, all you guys on Instagram, I'm working to get you in here so that you can be uncomfortable here and not when you're talking to a seller. Right, Kelly?
Right.
All right.
Exactly.
So here we go. So here's a scenario. You got this expired, man. It's an expired listing. They're completely frustrated, right? Their home didn't sell. They have a house that they're under contract with. They need to purchase this house. It's not okay for this house to go away. They need the proceeds on the house that they're selling in order to close on this house. So now you're meeting with them. This is not a phone call. You're at their house and they're saying to you well, why should I choose you? I've hired an agent before. They didn't do the job. Why should I choose you? Naki. That's the question.
Why you should choose me? Because we both can't not afford to get to we both need to get to the closing table as soon as possible.
Well, let me pause you there real quick, and I'm gonna put the minute back on here for you. Ask me a question first. What question might you ask me, like a clarifying question?
Why do you need to sell?
Well,
Oh,
you already know.
wait.
You already know.
No. Right. So your question is, why should you choose me? What do you need from me? What do you need from me as a realtor? And why do you think you would need a realtor?
Well, I need to get this home sold. Like I told you, this house I'm buying, I'm under contract on. I need the proceeds, so I need someone who can get it done.
And have you worked with a realtor before? What happened with your previous realtor?
Okay, they didn't sell my house.
Can you elaborate a bit on what happened there?
I mean, they didn't sell it. They had it listed for 6 months, and they had open houses almost every weekend, and it didn't sell.
Are you willing to meet so that we can discuss?
Remember, you're with me. You're at my
Okay.
house. You're at my house.
Okay. Are you open-minded enough to go through a list of resources that I have to help get this house sold as soon as possible?
Okay, I'm gonna stop this real quick. No, listen. Here's what I love. You kept going for it. This is what we're practicing. This is okay. You're going for it. And guys, we got to give Naki some grace. She's only had her license for like 30 days, right? So we got to give her some grace here too, right? So Naki, you asked me something that I thought was pretty good. You know, out of curiosity, what happened with your last agent? Why didn't they sell your home? I'm like, it didn't sell. And you're like, well, can you elaborate on that? And I'm like, well, it was on the market for 6 months. They had open houses every weekend. It didn't sell. Stick with that a little bit. Ask me some more questions, like dig into that. Like what else would you, based on what you know, and I know you don't know everything yet, what other questions could you ask me?
It didn't sell. So I would ask, how much was it listed for?
You know that.
Um,
Well, let me see here. Bomika, I'm gonna throw you a lifeline. Bomika, what's some questions you would ask me about my previous agent?
How did you happen to pick that agent?
It was referred to me by a neighbor. They sold my neighbor's house.
Okay. And is it only about the previous agent, or I can just go further and ask?
I want you to stick on the previous agent. I want you to get some information that can help you close me by
Okay.
asking about the previous agent. Let's stick there for a minute.
Okay, referral. All right. And how was your communication? How was that agent communicating with you in terms of
Not
property?
didn't hear much from every time they called. They just wanted a price reduction. I didn't hear much from them.
Okay. Price reduction. All right. So how did that agent determine the price on the property previously? Was it discussion between you two, or who recommended the price?
They did. I took their price recommendation. They gave me a range, and I chose the highest end of that range.
Okay. So what I'm hearing you say is that you basically trusted an agent who you thought could get your property sold, but they were not able to communicate properly and give you the feedback and to tell you, and basically they couldn't get the job sold of getting your property sold.
Right.
So let me tell you, let me ask you this very important question, David. Now, what are the qualities you are looking in the next agent that you hire?
Someone that can get my house sold
Perfect. All right. And what else?
for the most money.
For the most money. All right. So the great news is that, David, I experienced in selling properties that didn't sell the first time around. And this is my record. How would you feel that I get your property sold in the time that you're looking for and pull you out of the stress and get to work?
So let me pause you. So Bomika, have you sold an expired listing before?
Yes, I have.
Did you communicate well with your seller?
100%.
Did you get them good money for their property?
I was able to net them my average. Let me backtrack. So I built my business on selling properties that did not sell the first time around. That's my specialization. I specialize in that. And this is the track record of, these are some of the houses that I have sold in the past. And you can see they were under contract for so and so days. And my average days on market is about 15. And I was able to net them on an average of 110% over the list price. What that means is they were sitting on the market day after day, and I was able to get their property sold within, on an average, 15 days and have them net at least 100,000 over the asking price. How would you feel if you get that much money for your property in the time that you're wanting to be in your new home?
So you guys like what she's talking about? If I gave you 30 seconds to repackage everything you just said, and I'm like, Bomika, I'm kicking you out in 30 seconds unless you say something that makes me go, okay, how would you take everything you said and repackage that and make me want to list with you? What would you say? What would you do?
What would I do?
You got 30 seconds, Bomika.
Well, the reason why my clients have hired me is because I was able to net them the most amount of money. I experienced in selling the properties that did not sell the first time around. And I was able to net them at least $100,000 over the asking price, and which basically helped, maximize their profit. And they were happy. I don't know. It's too much pressure.
Okay, so I'm just thinking in my head, like if it were me, like, and I had that track record that you have, And I did exactly what you did. I specialize in selling homes that didn't sell the first time around. I would say that, but I would say it with confidence. Well, the reason you want to choose me is I specialize in selling homes like yours that didn't sell the first time around. Even the best homes sometimes don't sell the first time around. And like all the things you mentioned to me, like the communication, the house sitting on the market and not selling, my clients don't have that type of outcome with me. And here's what I'm willing to do, because listen, any agent can sit here and tell you anything. You need to make sure this home is sold quickly because you got to buy that home, right? Here's my phone. Let me call my previous client right now and put them on speaker. And let me have them tell you how it was working with me. The fact that I communicated, the fact that I had their home so quickly, that I netted them the most money. Would you be open to talking with them if I dialed that number right now? That's what I would do.
Okay, that's good one.
And what you should do, Bhumika, you should have a list of you probably have this, every single house you sold that was expired, showing how long it was on the market with the previous agent, showing how quickly you sold it and what you sold it for. So you can be like, here you go.
That's actually in my pre-listing packet also that I send over. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what you should be talking about. I want the results.
Yeah.
I want the results. Okay. Who we got here? Taylor. What's up, Taylor? Taylor sent me listen, I tell all you guys, send me recordings and I'll listen to it. Taylor sent me over a call that was like 30 minutes and I started listening to it to give feedback to him. One thing I would say, Taylor, to you is you need to quickly figure out if you're dealing with an objection versus a condition. Who here doesn't know what I mean when I say that? And it's okay if you don't. An objection is something you can overcome. And a condition is something like, you can't say anything to convince this person to make a different decision. It's conditional. They're like, I'm not doing it. And Taylor sent me over this guy who was like, I don't care what you say to me. I'm giving this to my next agent when it relists. And right then I would have just been like, so let me just make sure, because I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to waste my time. If you knew there was a better option where you can net more money and get this home so quickly, would you be open to it? Or no matter what, you're listing with, her name was Sharon, right? Something like that. Anyhow, you're listing with her. If he said, no matter what, I'm listing with her, and it's not a 30-minute call anymore. Get off the phone. I feel like you're talking to someone who had a condition that you cannot overcome. And guys, you got to know the difference, because you can spend time talking in circles. And if it's a condition, you're not going to change their mind. However, Taylor, I will tell you, I think I might have been able to win that guy over. So Taylor, here's my question. I think, I can't say for sure, but based on some of the things you were saying, I think I might have been able to switch that. So here, let me give this to you, Taylor. It's a for sale by owner, right? That you're talking to. And this for sale by owner is like, I can sell this home myself. I sold my previous home. I put a sign in the yard. There's a lot of traffic because a lot of other homes were for sale, kind of like what that guy told you. And I sold my last house myself. And I think I can sell this one too. And you're coming in here saying I should hire you. Taylor, why should I hire you?
Because I can net you more money. What I list properties for versus what I sell properties for is 115% over what the property asked for. Now, if you got 15% more money than you wanted, wouldn't you want that?
So, question for you. I'm gonna pause this. Why didn't you ask me anything? Why not ask me a question? Why not say, well, Taylor, I mean, it sounds like you're thinking about being a for sale by owner. However, you might be open to working with an agent. Let me ask you, if you did decide to hire an agent, what would you be looking for in them? What would you expect them to do for you? Do you think that might give you clarity if you just ask that basic question?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Taylor, man, listen, I'm really busy right now. I'm a doctor, and I'm just working too much right now, so I don't have as much time as I had in the past to really focus on selling this home. I feel like I can do it. My schedule is just really busy right now, so I need someone who could, if I did hire someone who could take over so I didn't have to deal with this.
Gotcha. And when you sell this property, what's the plan? Where are you going to?
Why'd you choose to go there?
Because I didn't know.
I'm not saying this is wrong. I'm just asking why you chose to go there.
Because sometimes I just get like, I mean, I've talked to you about it. Like I get a blank. I just can't think of anything, and so then that was the first thing that came to my head.
Huh.
I mean,
not like, yeah, real estate is actually a full-time job. And when you already have a full-time job, right, having someone to just take that over so you can focus on being the doctor and let me do what I do would probably be the best thing, wouldn't it?
So I thought about going there, but I also felt like if I went there too soon, you would be like, well, what's this guy's motivation? So I wanted to like dig into motivation, ask a question there, and then flip it back to, well, see, that's why you need to like worry about being a doctor. Let me worry about getting your property sold, kind of a thing.
Okay. And I'm not saying what you did was wrong. I was just curious why you went there. I just feel like people are giving us little crumbs, and instead of like digging into that more and getting more clarity, we go right to something else. I would have stuck with that a little bit, because he's talking to me about time and how he doesn't have time. And so I want to find out what that really looks like so I can sell myself. That's what I would do. Pete, what would you do when someone said that to you? Like, I don't have time. I just, that's the only reason I would look at hiring an agent.
Yeah, I mean, I think in that situation, they're giving you the pain points. You got to just dig in on that and really try to magnify it. Because like even whatever they're thinking the pain point is, you can probably make that feel even 10 times more painful, which would make it feel silly to do it themselves.
Can we kind of role play that out? Because I think you're right. And first I was like, is that Pete? Where your mustache go, man?
No,
I'm messing with you, dude.
Some mistakes you can't come back from, and you just got to lean into them.
Listen, dude, I hear you, man. Listen, I've been looking at some old content that I want to post of me doing lead gen, and I have no beard or no mustache. I hate the way I look, so I cannot stand it.
I just saw you with a little something on the top of your bald head.
Oh, you saw that?
Pointing fingers at it.
Hey, listen, that's what happens when you got daughters, man. They put all types of wigs and everything on you. So, Pete, let's go with the pain thing. I'm gonna put a minute on the clock. Let's see what you can do in a minute. Pete, I just don't have time. I'm a doctor. I work the emergency room. I just been so busy. I haven't had time to really focus on selling the house.
Oh man, yeah. So I get that. So you work in the emergency room?
I do.
Yeah. Wow. What do those hours look like for you?
I mean, lately I've been working almost like 3 days straight with very little break. So I'm surprised I even had time for your call.
Yeah. Well, listen, I appreciate that. And I certainly don't want to take up a lot of your time, especially, you're doing the Lord's work. You're helping people on a day-to-day basis. I think that's amazing. Let me ask you, I mean, I'm just curious. I mean, you said you're going on 3 days straight. Like, if the goal is ultimately to get this home sold for the most money in the shortest amount of time, like, how do you see yourself kind of dedicating that time and really making sure you're vetting out every single option to make sure you're bringing the most money?
It's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's something that people sometimes overlook, is how much time. And honestly, David, sometimes that one deal, that one lead, that one phone call that can get answered can be the difference in tens of 20s of 30s, thousands of dollars, sometimes even hundreds of thousands of dollars. So listen, I'm not even sure we're necessarily a great fit, and I don't want to pressure you into doing anything that you maybe don't want to do. But if there was a way that I could show you how you could maybe save some time and net actually more money by hiring me, what would stop you from taking 15 minutes to kind of get together about that?
I like that. Beverly, try again. I'll look in the waiting room. Pete, that was good. Like, we gotta, like, people are running away from pain or pleasure, right? There's a lot of pain. He's got a full-time job, right? Focus on that. Let me do what I do here, right? And create some more pain. So I like where you were going with that. Who else is on here? Sean, would you have taken it somewhere different? Let me role play that out with you. Same situation. Actually, Sean, you already spoke. I wanted to make sure everybody on here speaks tonight. So hold on one second. Ariane, if you can unmute.
Yep.
All right. So give it to me. Like, why should I hire you? I'm a doctor. I don't have a lot of time right now. That's the only reason. I'm talking to some agents to figure out if listing is the right thing for me right now. I'm not 100% sure. Why should I hire you?
Yeah, I can certainly appreciate it. I come from the medical and dental field, working in the hospital. And I know that those hours can be grueling. Would it be of value to you if I could take the majority off, all of it, if not all of it, off of your plate? and be that and give you that concierge service and help you to get your property sold in the quickest amount, in the quickest time possible for the most amount of money. Would that be of value to you?
Possibly, yes.
Great. So what does your schedule look like so that we can get together? I can see the property and we can.
I just
go
don't
over
really have
that.
time to meet right now. I'm so busy. I'm at work more than I'm at home right now, Ariane. So it's really tough for me to set up an appointment.
Yeah, that's okay. I can come to you. And that's part of the service that I offer is that, like I said, it's going to take a lot, if the majority, if not all of it, off of your plate. And if I have to go to you, I'm there.
Okay. Why you just stop?
My brain stopped.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Anita, you're at an open house. A buyer comes in. They're interested in finding a property. You had a good conversation with them and they're not represented. And you're asking me, like, would you consider hiring me? And I ask you, well, why would I hire you? There's a lot of agents. I met a lot of agents this weekend at open houses. Why would I go with you?
David, I understand you met a lot of met a lot of agents this week. So let me ask you, where you looking to move to? What area?
Here. I like
Just
this
here?
neighborhood. Yeah.
You like this neighborhood. So let me ask you, why haven't you picked any of those agents yet?
Well, we just started looking this weekend, so you're like the 5th agent we met this weekend.
The 5th agent you met this weekend. Okay, so what exactly are you looking for the next agent that you hire to work with you?
Somebody who knows the market, someone that knows how to get our offers accepted. My friend took 6 months to find a house. They wrote up like 15 offers and all those offers got declined. I need someone that can actually get us into a house.
I do understand you need someone to get you into a house. So that's what I specialize in. I'll be able to strategically put your offer, position it, and this way your offer be considered. I'm not guaranteeing you, but we have the techniques. I have a track record of getting any offers that I put on the table being considered.
And how do you
So
do
let
that?
me pretty much get with the agent and find what the sellers are looking for and be able to cater that offer to the agent's need, the seller's needs.
Can you tell me a story? Can you like sell me on that? Like give me an example?
Sure. Like a year ago, I just got, I had to put an offer and just the seller was just looking for one thing, not the price, more of the time. And I was able to position that offer, not even waiving inspection, more the sense of putting the offer, strategically putting it the time that the seller wanted it to move. So this way, they were able to move to the new house and you moving, it was the closing date was just matching at the time. So I could be able to do that for you.
All right, so this is a real buyer and they're really serious about hiring somebody. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds on the clock and I want you to repackage what you said and I want you to sell me on why I should hire you and give me a little story time with it too. You got 30 seconds. Anita, listen, you know, my friend wrote up like 15 offers over 6 months and didn't get a house. And I need to get a house pretty quickly. I need someone that can actually get our offer accepted. Why should I choose you?
When I hear you want to get this house, so pretty much what I've done before for my clients is be able to get what the seller needs, get their, strategically make that offer to cater to the seller and get our offer being considered. But that's something you'll be able to consider working with an agent that you'll be looking for, something you'll be looking for in an agent?
So I want you to start over again, but I want you to like be excited about it, like believe that you can do it, like have this confidence when you're talking to me, like, man, I do this every day. This is why you want to work with me. I understand what you're looking to get accomplished. This is why you should hire me. And I'm not saying you got to be all amped up and all crazy.
Mm-hmm.
However, some voice inflection and make me believe it and tell me the story that's going to make me be like, okay, I hear you, Anita. So Anita, why should I choose you? 30 seconds.
Sure. David, I believe we could work together. I've gotten my clients their offers getting considered. 9 out of 10 of those offers have been considered because what I do is call the agent and what their seller needs and cater that offer to that seller. Is that something you'll be able to consider working with me on moving forward?
Was that better, y'all? That was better. That was better. You have the story. It's just like, listen, the reason why people choose me is the same situation you brought up with your friend. They're tired of putting in offers and not getting the offers accepted. Why you want to choose me is I do my job. I actually call the listing agent and I find out what's important to the seller. I just don't write up an offer. I have a client that wanted a house, and when I called the seller, it wasn't really about the price. They had a certain timeline and they needed to stay in the house a little bit longer. And so them staying in the house was the most important thing. And because I understood that, I wrote up an offer that was appealing to them. They got the price they wanted, but they also got the terms they wanted. So when you hire an agent like me, you're going to have someone who's going to do the research before I write up an offer so that we're giving the seller exactly what they want. Can you see how working with me could get you a house where other agents couldn't? That's like, what if you went there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, David, was that previous agent, was he the one or she the one coming up with the offer, or was it yours, or was it both of you?
I mean, it's both of us. We have a price that we really can't go over. And so there's some limitations there, but we know we need to be a little bit more aggressive in this market. So, you know, it was a combination of both.
That was just an outside thought. No one asked. So
Well,
I was just curious.
go with it. Go with it. Come on.
Okay. So why do you think they were all being declined or rejected?
That I really don't know. I didn't get any feedback. We just, you know, half the time they didn't even tell us they weren't accepting. We just saw the house went under contract. So I don't really know. I don't really know.
Did you ever get any counter offers?
No.
0, huh? And why 15? That seems like a lot of offers.
We wanted a house and we just kept getting declined.
Was it the 15 different homes?
Yes.
Okay. So it seems like maybe you weren't real sure what house you wanted.
We knew what we wanted. We just couldn't get it. So we had to go find something else. It's pretty exhausting. We're at our wits' end.
Yeah, I feel that pain. I can hear it in your voice. So what's the next step for you?
Can you paint a picture for me of like it actually working out, make me feel good about working with you? Can you like paint a picture? Like imagine if.
Oof. Imagine if what?
Sean, imagine. Oh, okay. Ari, give it to me. Okay, let's go.
So imagine if I could find you property off market where there would be no competition and the seller is very motivated to sell, and I can get your accepted off your offer accepted.
I've never heard that before. How's that work? I don't know what that means. Off market.
Well, off market means that it's not listed on the multiple listing service and it's not privy to the public. So if I find you an off market property that checks most, if not all of your boxes, and all I mean 9 out of 10, or 8 out of 10. And if I could find that property, it's not even a unicorn property. If I could find that property off market where there's little to no competition and the sellers are very motivated, would that be of value to you?
Ariane, let me ask you, have you ever done that before?
Yes, I have.
Well, could you tell me a story? I'll make the shit up. Just tell me a story.
Okay, let me think. Because that's what I do. I prospect off-market properties. I source those off-market properties. So I I found a property for a buyer and it was off-market, and I'm trying to remember the story.
Make it up. Make it up.
No, it's not going to be half made up. So I had a property and we had put in an offer and they had gotten another offer and it was still off market. However, that property fell through for that original buyer and that seller came back to us. And I was able to negotiate down that price for my buyer and get them that property off market without the headache and the hassles at a lower price.
Okay. I'm sitting here, and Pete, I'm coming to you, but I'm sitting here thinking I'd have been like, Ariane, I'm getting goosebumps. Look at this. Like, your situation is just like a situation I had before. I met this buyer and they were like almost ready to just give up and just keep renting because their offers kept getting declined, right? And so I did something that I do for all of my clients. I prospect every day. I don't know if you know what that means, but in real estate, I get on the phone and I talk to people who tried to sell their home before. And they tell me a lot of times like, hey, we're not putting our house back on the market, but if you find us a buyer, we'd be open to it. And guess what? I took my clients to the house. They love the house. And because it was off market, there was no other competition. We were the only ones. So I was able to get the terms and the price they wanted, and they weren't competing with anyone. Imagine if I could do that for you and you didn't have to deal with all of the back and forth and the multiple offer situation. Would that work for you if I could find you a property like that?
Absolutely. Happy seller, happy buyer.
I mean, that's why you need to work with me, right? I mean, what if we told a story like that? See, you got stories. You got to practice telling your stories and like bringing all your past experience into this. And for all you guys like Naki who's new, it don't have to be your story. Hey, I do something and here's what happened with an agent in my office. They reverse prospect. They found some people who were interested. They blah, blah, blah. It does not have to be your story. Pete, what were you going to say? I always love when you interject, man. What you got?
No, I was just going to do a story, but I'm not going after you, man. That was too good.
Oh, come on, man. All right. So here's what I love about Wednesdays. We can just kind of take our times and talk. Do you guys see the point I'm making with asking questions and then being able to tell a story and like making it fit what that buyer or seller is going through? Don't be so close to rush. Say again?
Facts tell, stories sell. So I need to become a better storyteller.
Stephen King, who most of you guys know, says something to me because he coaches me on being a better public speaker. He tells me this: never make a point without telling a story. Never tell a story without having a point to it. Right? You guys have heard that before. Start collecting stories. They don't have to be yours. Right? That's why you're on these calls, so you can hear other people's stories and use those scenarios and talk about it. All right, who has not spoken and done a role play yet? Let me see here.
And those stories can turn into scripts. Like, just translate them.
Absolutely, they can. Now we got ChatGPT. You can tell Chat the story. Tell me how to frame this up when I'm talking to an expired and what points from the story and how to use it. And let's throw in the book, Exactly What to Say for Real Estate Agents. How can I tie in some of that? How certain are you, vernacular to the script? Like, we can really get granular and really come up with some great scripts based on our stories. We got to have fun with Chat. Nina, I don't think you spoke yet today. Is that right?
Hi, David.
Hey, I'm gonna throw you a curveball though.
Oh
Nina,
my
listen. You're our last appointment. Everybody else we met with said they would do it at 4.5%, and you're coming in at 6. We're not doing that. If you're willing to take the listing at 4.5, don't be willing to take it at 4.5. If you're willing to take the listing at 4.5, we'll give it to you tonight.
Okay, David, I'm hearing you wanting me to take this listing at 4.5. David, my commission is 3%, and that's my commission.
Okay. So you'll do it for 1.5% less?
My commission as from my brokerage is 3%. So what we would need to talk about is if you want 4.5, we would do 1.5% to offer to our buyer's agent, if that's what you're looking for.
Okay.
At 4.5%.
Well, let's say, Nina, like you got this trip you want to take to Turks and Caicos and you need 20 grand. And you don't want to give me no commission reduction. You want 6% so you can keep 4 and pay out 2. What are you going to say to me when I ask you, will you reduce your commission? And you don't want to reduce it. You have standards, you're worth it, paying out a great commission to a buyer agent is going to help that home sell. What would you say to me?
David, my brokerage commission is 3%. Do you have any other questions I need to answer?
I want you to fight a little bit more than that. Although I'm not mad at you because I do agree that we should have a standard for our listing side commission, right?
That's what we do here in Florida.
I know. And
And
And I know, and
And
I want you fighting a little bit more. Taylor, what you got? What you got?
All right,
I'm gonna
so
fight.
ask me the question.
Taylor, you're our last interview. 6% commission we're not doing. We met with 4 other agents, and collectively they all agreed to do 4.5%. So if you would do it for 4.5%, I'll list with you tonight.
So I don't negotiate on my commission. It's 6%. What other questions do you have?
Well, I mean, if that's the case, Taylor, I don't have any other questions. I'm not paying that. So
Okay, so
I got you,
David,
Pete.
what I'm hearing is that you like me, you like my marketing, but you just want me to do it for their price, for 4.5%.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Okay. So it doesn't really work that way. Can I explain to you how working with a discounted agent can actually work against you?
Yeah, how is that possible? If I'm paying less, don't I make more money? How would that work against me? I don't get it.
So has anybody ever explained how commissions work?
I don't think so. No.
Okay. So imagine I have $3 bills right here, okay? This represents the commission, the compensation. 1% that goes to my broker. The other percent, thank you, goes to go to pay my taxes. Everybody's got to pay the tax man. And now that last dollar bill right there, if you fold that in half, that's what an agent uses to market your property. And then flip that over. That's the portion that an agent uses to pay their bills, to feed their kids, to give insurance, all of that stuff. So if an agent were to cut their commission, their compensation, where do you feel like they would cut from?
Probably not how they feed their family. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Exactly. They would cut from the amount that it would take to market your property. So do you see how working with a discounted agent can actually work against you? And David, see, that's why I'm at 6%. I'm a bulldog. I fight for my commissions. You want an agent like me. So let's do the right thing. Let's sign the paperwork so I can help you get to like New Jersey by December, whatever it is.
All right. And Pete, I saw Pete like this. What you got, Pete?
No, I love it, man. You did, Taylor, great job, man. You can be David Radney for Halloween this year. So nailed that whole part. So I just leading up to it, I think is really where I'm like eager to jump in, right? Because we can have some fun with it. So David, I'm sorry, you said you interviewed 4 other agents before I sat down?
Yeah, you're number 5.
And aside from commission, is there anything that would keep you from hiring me tonight?
No, man, like I told you, if you're willing to drop it, that 1.5%, I'll sign the paperwork right now.
Cool. All right, cool. So you interviewed 4 other agents. They were all willing to offer you. Now, did they come up with this 4.5, or like, how did you end up at 4 different, like, where did you find these agents?
Well, the first person came in and offered 4.5, and the other people came in like you. But once I told them, hey, your competition's willing to do it for less, they all dropped their commission.
Gotcha. Okay, that actually makes a lot more sense. So you had the first one come in and he was, kind of trying to buy your listing by just giving you the lowest price. And then you actually out negotiated the other 3 agents, is what I'm hearing you say. Does that sound about right?
I didn't look at it that way, but yeah, I think I'm a pretty good negotiator. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you must be. You got the other 3 down. But let me ask you, the person you hired to negotiate on your behalf, do you want them to be better negotiator than you or a worse negotiator than you?
Absolutely better.
Right. Well, then you're in luck that you didn't hire any of those 4 agents, because I'm here to out negotiate you and to make sure that you get the most money at the end of the day. So by hiring and discounting, there's actually some dangers involved in that. Can I explain?
Sure.
And then I would probably go on and break down how, I'm not going to repeat what Taylor just said because he did a great job on it. But
yeah, I love what he said though. Did you guys like what he said? Like, you already out negotiated them. You wouldn't want to hire a person you can out negotiate, because if they can't even defend how they get paid, what do you think is going to happen when they have to defend the equity in your home? He's making a great point, right? Pete.
And I think if you interviewed 4 other agents, there's a very small, like, how did they all get to 4.5%, right?
Yep.
So there's definitely something there that, like, you got to uncover and figure that out, which I think gave some info. And then, yeah, I think it's also like really, yeah, I think I lost my train of thought there on the second point, but yeah.
Dude, so could we also just say, well, I'm kind of confused. If they were all willing to do it at 4.5%, why are we talking? Why didn't you hire one of those people? Why
Yeah, I
am
was just going to
here?
ask you.
That's
why
what I was
didn't you
just
hire
going to
them?
ask the same thing.
Yep, me too.
Well, I mean, I gave you my word. I'm a man of my word. And I just wanted to keep the appointment to see what you had to say. And after talking to you, man, I like the way you showed up. And we'd like to work with you if you're willing to match the commission. No, not in the UP. I want somebody else. Who do I want to handle that one? Ooh, Stacy. She's like, damn it, David, I knew you were going to call me. And people, while Stacy's unmuting, I got to tell you, my brother came in town. I picked him up from the Maplewood train station and had dinner at the same place you, I, and Ashley went. He loved it, man. It was on point. Stacy, go ahead.
Because I would have did the same thing he did. If they can't negotiate, if they can negotiate with me, if I negotiated my commission down, then how would I negotiate with other agents or other buyers?
Okay. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Let me check my time. Okay, I got 8 minutes. Is it really about commission? And if it's not, what is it about, Bamika?
Netting the most amount of money. What's important to you, David? How much you pay the
Right.
agent and netting the most amount of money. What if paying 4.5% lost you $10, $20, $30, $40,000?
Well, how's that possible? If I'm saving money on commission, how would I lose more money?
Well, at the end of the day, let me show you, let me ask you this, David, was any of those agents, did they show you what their sales price list price ratio is?
Not that I remember, no. I don't know
Okay.
what that means.
Let's talk about that, which is very important here. So this is what I've been able to net my sellers. My sales price to list price ratio is about 115%. What that means is that marketing the property right, we've agreed on the price, and going all out, I was able to make my sellers at least it's 110%, $100,000 over the asking price. Now, you tell me, David, how would you feel if you netted $100,000 over the asking price on your property?
So, Bamika, let me back you up a little bit. I like that you know your numbers and you brought up list price versus sales price ratio. To a seller like me, like, I don't really understand what that means. I was like, I don't know what that means. How would you explain that to me and like break it down where I understood it?
Let's take an example, David. See these listings that you see on my paper. These were the houses that were listed probably for like months on the market, and I took over and I sold these within like 30 days. Now, this was strategically priced, and we just discussed the marketing that I did. It was listed at 700, and after marketing it well and doing all the things that we just discussed, it sold for, it actually did 845. So I was able to net them $145,000 over the asking price. Do you see what I'm saying? How would you feel if I was able to do that for your property?
Okay, I like that. What if we just kind of made it real simple, though, to make somebody understand that? Like, let's say, Bamika, your house is $100,000. Like, those other agents, I don't know what their list price to sales price ratio was, but let me just tell you, the average agent on the MLS, their list price to sales price ratio is what, Bamika, for your area? Do you know?
Other agents?
Yeah, roughly. No? Anybody know their numbers, know their lore? What do most agents list price versus sales price ratio? What is it in your market? Typical agents on the MLS.
97%.
97. Okay. So Bamika, your house, 100,000. The typical agent gets 97% of list price. So if you were selling your house at 100,000, it would sell for 97,000. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Mine is 110%, which means if your house was 100,000, I would sell it for 110,000. I'm sure that wouldn't pose a problem for you if I can get you 10% more than what you listed for, would it?
No, of course not.
So is it really about my commission, or is it about what I put in your pocket at closing?
Yeah. I put it in my pocket, yeah.
could we take it there? Could we even just take it away from commission? It's not about commission all the time. And we get caught up in that and like defending our commission. What really matters to them is what's in it for me. Everybody wants to know what's in it for me. I'm not saying we don't have to overcome that commission objection. However, if we took it to what was important to them, which is what they put in their pocket at closing, you might be able to shift that conversation to what really matters, right? All right, cool. All right, so thank you guys for playing. I was working to switch it up a little bit tonight. Did I switch it up? Keep you guys on your toes a little bit? All right, so I just wanted to make an announcement really quickly. October 30th, Push starts. Push is prospect until success happens. How to get on these phones, how to make these calls, how to convert these people so they're willing to sit down with you and meet with you. And then when you're at the meeting, you can show them who you are and what you can do and why you're the best option. And you walk away with paperwork signed at the commission that you're worth, not what they want to pay, but what you're worth. You know how to defend it. If any of you guys on this call and on Instagram feel like that's what you need in order to be the type of agent you want, and in order to hit the goals you want, schedule a call with me. All you got to do is go to my Instagram link, click the link, schedule a 15-minute call with me. I'd love to talk to you about Push. I got to tell you, you guys are just, you're here. You just need to learn how to slow down a little bit. Don't worry about the outcome of getting the paperwork signed. Solve the problem. To solve the problem, we have to do what?
Listen.
Ask questions.
Ask questions so we can figure out what the problem is. We got to ask questions and listen. They will, Kelly said it earlier, they will tell you how to sell them. We just got to learn how to ask the questions. I enjoyed tonight. I like the energy here. I like the excitement. And Taylor, I'm going to listen to that call and you know, really break it down for you. And I'll make that offer to anybody on here as well. If you record a call and you want me to listen to it and give you feedback, send it over to me. The caveat is I get to use that when I post social media content. I'm going to be like breaking down that call, like, hey guys, listen to this. This is what they said. This is what they should have said. So you got to be willing to put yourself out there. That's my fee for reviewing, is that I get to share it. Fair? Take me up on that. Last thing I want to ask you guys, just the last couple minutes of this call. You guys notice a shift in the market? You guys, does it feel like it's slowing down a little bit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something going on, and I don't know if it's like the uncertainty and the things that are happening in the world, or I don't know what it is, but there's a shift, right? So what this means is you have to make more calls. You have to have more conversations. You have to listen, and you have to sell them on what's important to them. You don't get many at-bats, so when you get the opportunity to get someone on the phone or you're sitting belly to belly, you have to make it count. This is why I want you guys here, so you can practice here, so you know what to say out there. So the best way to make use of my time and help you is when you're making the calls and you get stuck, do what Taylor did. Whether he sent me the call or not, he could write down what happened on that call. And when you come here and it's time to role play on Friday and Wednesday night, you can say, here's what happened this week. Can we role play this scenario? Be selfish, make it about you. Get on this call, raise your hand. Because a lot of people aren't willing to raise their hand. Raise your hand, get your help. And by me helping you, everybody else on the call gets help too. So take me up on that. That's how I was able to. I've been in real estate 20 years. The reason why I was able to become successful at listing expires and for sale by owners is I made the calls. When I got stuck, when I got hung up on, I took that to my role play partner, and I had 5 different role play partners every week. And I would listen to how every single one of them handled that objection. And then I had 5 different ways on how to handle it. And then I would get back on the phone and call that same seller back who wasn't willing to engage with me. And now I knew how to engage with them. That's what you guys need to be doing. You need to take notes. You need to go practice that either with a real person or on chat. Uh-oh, I'm stressing somebody out. Who was that? What was that?
That's me. That's me.
Well, how am I stressing you out, Stacey? She was like, damn.
Because I need to get on the phones, and I had a call that I did yesterday that I kind of bummed out on. Yeah, I was just telling Aida earlier today that I know I need to pick up and call these 2 leads, and I'm just dreading it.
Why are you dreading it?
Basically, I guess once I get on the phone, I really freeze up. It's like I don't know what to say really to convert it.
So can I tell you what I used to do that might help you? What that means is I take my sales hat off and I just get on this call and I say, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna dig in. I'm gonna really figure out like what's important to them. I'm gonna ask every question. I'm playing what I call the hang up game. Me and Tony Pizzacane, that a lot of you guys know, this is what we did. We get on the phone and we're like, we're gonna keep going in until they hang up on us or until we get an appointment. And I would just have fun with it. I wouldn't be tied to the outcome. I wouldn't get stressed out. I would just get on the phone and be like asking questions and telling stories and getting them to open up and really leaning in and tell me more about that. That's crazy. I can't believe that happened. What? And I would just have fun with it. And before you knew it, these people would start opening up and they would start talking to you. And when they start talking to you, the thing that we do is we start trying to sell immediately. They're talking. Let them talk. Tell me more about that. Help me understand why that happened. Help me understand why you chose them. Help me understand why you're thinking about relisting with them when that was the outcome they gave you the first time around. Like, why would you go back to them? Help me understand that. Just lean into the questions, and I promise you, they're gonna start giving you information, little breadcrumbs, and you should be doing this, and taking notes. And at the end of your conversation, you could be like, listen, I just want you to know I heard you, and I'm not here to waste your time or waste my time, but based on what you told me, I know that I can help you. I had a similar situation, or there was a similar situation. If it's not you, it's somebody else and you're telling the story. There was a similar situation. The seller had the same issue you had, and this is how it was solved. Would you be open-minded to meeting with me if I can put together a plan where you got the outcome you were looking for? Just go for it. We overthink it. We get too salesy. We fumble and don't know what to say because we're working to get them and convince them to list with us. And if we would just lean into asking questions, they would tell you how to get them to list with us. We're just not asking enough. It's not a listing presentation, it's a listening. We got to listen more. I promise you guys. And don't feel rushed. Go ahead.
David, I have a quick question here.
I can't hear you because I can't see you. There you go. Now I really can't hear you. You're muted for now.
I have to swipe to speak. Sorry, I don't know. My phone is tripping. So
all right, I'll let you go. I'll let you go now. I'm giving you a hard time. Go ahead, Naki. Go ahead.
Sorry about that. Quick question. So I spoke to someone on the phone. I just need maybe a one-liner tip. They agreed to meet in person. It was a person who rents, like an investor who has landlord basically. And then he said he was interested in buying more property. And I asked if he wanted to meet in person, and he agreed. And he asked me to send him a couple times to meet that would work. And then I gave it to him, and no response.
You muted yourself again. You said, and then there was no response.
So my thing now is, how do I transition or navigate or follow the lead? Like, I'm stuck, and this is the second or third time I'm stuck with this, converting really good potentials into actual appointments. Because he did agree, and he told me why he didn't like the other agents. They just stick tenants into the house, and no one is sending him properties to look at. And we had a good 20-minute conversation, and he agreed to have an appointment, right?
Right.
And then I gave him a couple options of time, and then he just did not respond. So I don't know, in my other life, that would be, okay, bye, you're not responding. But in real estate, you're being coached to not give up on that. So I'm struggling with how to convert him.
Can I tell you a story? Because I don't want to make a point without telling the story, Naki.
Sure.
I called an expired, Nicole Lynch in West Milford, talked to her. She was interested. She had to go. I tell the story and push all the time. So I was like, damn. I was like, I feel like I could get her. I called her back that night. No answer. So what do? Do I just be like, well, she didn't call me back, I'm done? No, I called this woman back every single day, Naki. And I would say stuff like, hey, Nicole, it's David. I know I called you yesterday. I really know that I can help you. And so I just want to make sure when you're ready, you remember me and you call me. Here's my number. If I don't hear from you tonight, I'll call you back tomorrow. And then tomorrow I will call back, hey, Nicole, it's David, over and over again, right? Because here's the thing, you don't know what people are going through. You don't know what they have going on in their lives. Their job is not to call you back. Their job is not to come to your office. Your job is to call them and to constantly follow up until you get the outcome you're looking for or until they list with someone else. I called this woman back every day, Naki, for, I don't want to lie, it was over a week, somewhere between a week and 2 weeks. One night I'm watching TV with Michelle, my phone rings, I look down because I saved her number, it's Nicole. I answer, and she's like, David, I'm so sorry, I've been getting your messages, thank you for following up. You know, I'm going through a divorce, I'm a nurse, I work in the evenings, my life has been crazy, when can you come by? Went by, I got the listing. So you got to keep calling. Hey, I sent you some times at work. If those don't work for you, let me know and I can send you some other days and times. How should we move forward? Hey, if I don't hear from you by tonight, I'll give you a buzz tomorrow. I know you said what's important to you is somebody who's going to find the right tenants and not just be putting anybody in your property. I'm that person. I know I can help you. So I look forward to hearing back from you. And if I don't hear back, I'll call you tomorrow. Like, if you want it, go get it. Seriously. I mean, I may not be the answer you're looking for. I can't tell you how many. There was a FSBO, turned expired, then turned FSBO again, turned expired again. I kept following up. This person would not meet with me in Ridgewood. You know how long it took me, Naki? 2 years of sending this person postcards and calling in my newsletter. And then one day they called me. His name was John. Hey, man, you've been sending me information for so long. Can you help me? I went to his house. Naki, do you know I listed his home at the same price he had it listed for and sold it in 5 days. And it was in a floodplain. There was like a river on the side of the freaking house. And I sold it in 5 days. It took 2 years though. But I knew he didn't list with somebody else that time. So I knew I had an opportunity. He finally was ready to meet with me and I went out there and I took the listing. So we got to just understand the name of the game is lead gen, but the real name of the game in real estate, if you want to be successful, is follow up. You got to follow up until they list with you, until they sell it themselves, or until somebody else gets it. And even when somebody else gets it, you put it on your watch list and see if it expires, and then you call them back again. Like, is it boring? Did I hate it? Yes, and yes. Did I get paid? Yes. Did I keep calling because I had a big why? Yes. My big why just came and visited me from college. So it paid off because we're able to send her to college because I kept making the calls over and over and over and over and over again. We have to get comfortable with the boredom of focus. And that's all it is with real estate. This is not fun. It's not sexy. It's just required. We just got to keep calling. And I wish I could tell you like doing lead gen and prospecting is fun. I made it fun. I made games like the hang game. I'm gonna keep calling you and talking to you till you hang up. I would make it fun, but it's not sexy. If you want the money though, you got to be committed to it. And most people aren't. Look at how many agents there are in my network. Look how many people are committed to coming here and practicing. Got 13, right? So you guys are showing me that you're serious because you're here learning. So now go do the work. You just got to go implement. You just got to make the calls. And you get better and better every time you make the calls. Every time you get rejection, you get stronger. You learn from that. There's a lot of learning in the failure. So just learn from it and keep calling no matter what. Like I wish I had something more to say like that would make you excited about it. It's a contact sport. And you got to have the contacts. If you want more business, you got to have more conversations, period. There's nothing else I can say except that. So hear me on that, Naki, I promise you. Get comfortable with the boredom of focus.
I appreciate it. I finally found where the mute the because I'm on my phone. I appreciate it. Yeah, I will definitely call him again and try to hold him, get him to commit to what he said that he wanted to meet and look for more properties. So I'm not gonna lie, the calling is much more of a challenge than expected than in person.
Well, you're making the call so you can get in person. So just keep that in mind. Like, I have to make the calls to get in front of them. So just make the calls. And your goal is to book an appointment. So I don't remember. I don't have my list in front of me. Are you signed up for Push starting the 30th?
I am.
Okay, so here's what I will tell you. By the time Push is over in December, you're going to be, man, I'm going to be scared of you. You're going to be out in these streets taking listings. You will be. Taylor, can you tell her? Can I put you on the spot, Taylor, real quick?
You can put me on the spot.
When I talked to Taylor initially, I won't give all the details, but Taylor, if I remember correctly, you were like, I have been on 10 listing appointments and walked away with 0. He went through Push and I did my training, talked to him about how to close. And I remember this when he got the listing. Taylor, where was I when you got the listing? Do you remember?
On a beach in somewhere, I think Hawaii, maybe.
In Hawaii, and my
Yeah.
phone rings. And Taylor was like, and I need to trademark this. Taylor was like, I deratted this listing presentation. I was like, tell me what you mean. It was like, I went on the appointment, and normally when I would give up and they said I need to think about it, I did the script you taught me at Push. And when I sat back down with them, they were like, okay. And he took the listing, and I celebrated that night for you in Hawaii, just so you know. It's real estate is highly scripted. Everything we do and say is highly scripted. It's about learning the script, internalizing the script, making it your own, and knowing how to go about closing. Naki, that's what you're going to learn. I'm excited for you to be in Push in October on the 30th. You're going to be a different person, and a lot of stuff you don't understand, you're going to have so much clarity. It's a matter of you not getting in your way, which means you just got to know it's a contact sport, and you just got to dial for dollars.
I just want to add to that really quick. I had a very similar story as David. It wasn't a for sale by owner. It was a few sellers, but I will tell you this. I closed 70,000 in commissions in a month and a half because I took Push, because I found out how to close and talk to people and ask questions from Push, all of that.
And I've been telling people it was 50. It was actually 70. So I've been giving the wrong number. I've been like, and Taylor, he took 50. And okay, so it's 70, even better. So
yeah, it was 70.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to let you guys go because I need to go. Let me just say this. If you want more business, you got to have more conversations. Stacy, I need you back on that phone. I need you to go have fun. Aida, I need you to understand the mornings are about finding new business. The afternoons are about putting out fires and keeping your closings together. You have to be committed and know you got 2 jobs. Morning, finding new business. Afternoon, taking care of the stuff you already have. If you understand you got 2 jobs and you stick to that schedule, you won't do this. Aida, I'm telling you, that roller coaster ain't no fun. It's personal experience. So, all right, guys, I'm proud of y'all. Congratulations on being here and like learning what you need to learn to get after it. Go get after it. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Let's talk about a Thursday morning mindset call. I'll see you guys then. See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Hey guys, on